don't have these packaging mistakes on drugstore products. I'm so disappointed now. Hi gorgeous, I have here the new luxury makeup by Pat McGrath. These are from the Bridgerton collection. Yes, they are finally here. It's been over a month that I have placed my order. I bought one of the value sets that includes the eyeshadow palette, the face palette, and also one of the lipsticks. I have paid $138 and basically I saved $15. I was very interested in this collection because I'm a huge fan of the Netflix series. I have used all of the products for today's makeup look, so I'm gonna share with you my thoughts about them. All of the products are formulated without parabens, phthalates, and a lot of other ingredients. And let's start with the palette. The color story is very interesting. It wasn't the easiest makeup look that I have done today. It took me some time to figure out how to match the eyeshadows. In the crease I have used eyeshadow Regency Romance. This one is looking satin in the swatches. On the skin it looks very soft and almost matte. It is a very blendable shade. To define the crease I have used the eyeshadow Forbidden Amour. This is the darkest eyeshadow in the palette, also the only matte. It is easy to blend, but with the matte eyeshadows by Pat McGrath you always need to be aware how much product you have on the bristles, because if you have more on one eye and less on the other, they're not gonna look the same. The eyeshadows are very soft, so it's very easy to take with your brush more product. Then I took eyeshadow Diamond's Desire and I have placed it in the outer eyelid. This one is very similar to my skin tone and it wasn't so noticeable on me. It has micro glitter and it looks much more reflective and noticeable if you press it with your fingertip. You can also use a sponge tip applicator. Then I continued with the eyeshadow Daring Dandy. With an eyeshadow brush I have pressed this on the inner eyelid. This eyeshadow is not so impressive with just the brush. You need to press it with your fingertips as well, otherwise it looks muted. If you want this beautiful shiny finish, you definitely need to use it with your fingertips or with a sponge tip applicator. The nice thing about this eyeshadow is that if you apply a small amount, you can also use it as a highlighter. Moving on to the eyeshadow Forever Charmed. With a smaller brush, I have smudged this all over the lower eye and I was so impressed by this eyeshadow. It looks gorgeous with the brush. It is very shiny, even though I have fine lines on the under eye area. This eyeshadow doesn't intensify them. I think this eyeshadow elevates the palette and also my eye look. This one is definitely my most favorite eyeshadow just because it is so unique. This one can look super glorious on black base. You can create this with an eye pencil or a cream eyeliner. To highlight the tear duct and also the inner corner of my eyes, I have used the eyeshadow Refinement. This one is a very soft eyeshadow. It is shiny and also reflective. If you also have the Odyssey eyeshadow palette by Pat McGrath, there are some similar shades but they are not completely the same, and these are the eyeshadows Refinement and Galactic Glow. Regency Romance is lighter and has a satin finish. Electric is a darker shade and also matte. The shade Forbidden Amour is cool toned, and the eyeshadow Saturn Sunset is pinkier and also lighter. And eyeshadow Diamond's Desire is more reflective than the eyeshadows Rose Venus and Heavenly Body. About the packaging, the mirror is a little bit heavier. That makes it a little bit difficult to hold it and do your makeup. We also have a magnetic closure, so it has a very elegant design. However, I was expecting to have something different on the center. I thought we would have something like a stamp, an engravement. It is completely matte. That's the same for the face palette, and for me it was disappointing just because I was expecting something else. However, the palette feels luxury and also expensive. We have these beautiful stamps on the eyeshadows. I haven't used them so much and they have already started losing their shape. This one retails for $65. That means each eyeshadow is $10.83. The truth is, I didn't see on their website that each eyeshadow contains 1.1 grams of product. I thought it was the full size, not this one. The Odyssey palette was $78 and we had 18 eyeshadows. That means each eyeshadow is $4.33. The Bridgerton palette is so much more expensive, and also I forgot to tell you what is the name of the palette. Just a second. It is Mothership Belle of the Ball. Is this my most favorite eyeshadow palette? Definitely not, because I would prefer if all of the shimmery eyeshadows were performing with just the brush, and that was the case for the Odyssey palette. I don't know why I put it there, and always I'm drinking it. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more makeup looks with this palette. Maybe I can do a 3 looks in 1 palette video with this one. Moving on to the face palette Blushing Delights. This one is like a little box and we have 4 powders, 3 blushes and also 1 highlighter. Let's start with the blushes. I have applied all of them on my face so you can see the colors. The shade Aphrodisia is a peachy blush with a golden sheen. It is very blendable. You need to be careful how much product you're taking with your brush again, because you can easily make a mess. This one is super soft on the skin. It gives a light glow, but it is very complimentary. Now I have noticed that the sticker on my packaging is upside down. No, this is $60. I don't have these packaging mistakes on drugstore products. I'm so disappointed now. I'm furious. That's why I couldn't make sense with the packaging. On the other cheek, I have applied the blush Budding Romance. This one is a pink vibrant shade with a silvery pink sheen. This shade was also very blendable, and on my nose I have used the shade Berry Brilliance. This one is very dark for me. I like that we have it in the palette because you can also mix it with the 2 other shades. This shade has a darker mauvish color with a pink sheen. The blushes are very soft. You need to be careful how much pressure you apply with your brush, otherwise you're gonna have a lot of fallout and you don't want to miss product. This is $60. It is easier to blend the blushes with a shorter and more dense brush than what I have used today. I have used this one by Beach Cosmetics, but the bristles are longer so they move a little bit. This brush works with all of my other blushes, but with this one it took me some time to blend the product on my cheeks. And let's continue with the highlighter. It is super cute. This one is a golden highlighter. It has some micro glitter. It is called Champagne Venus. This shade is not so noticeable on my skin with just a layer. I need to build up the intensity. Also, I don't like the micro glitter because they are dry and they are going all over my face. I was expecting the highlighter to be more intense, more reflective, and also give that beautiful wet look to the skin. About the packaging, this one is a very lightweight face palette. It is a little bit bulky, but I like how it looks, so you can have it as a decoration on your vanity. I don't like that the products are coming out from the palette. I was concerned if they were glued somewhere, but they still have a pan. It is just translucent. The product looks like it's not so safe in the palette. I'm not getting the luxury experience from this packaging. Also, the cap is very easily removed. We don't have a magnet, so be careful. Don't try to hold the palette from the cap. About the color story, this one reminds me a lot of Bridgerton, and I think they did a very good job with the selection of colors. And let's continue with the Satin Allure lipstick. This one is in the shade Entranced. I decided to get this because it is the darkest one, and oh my god, it's so precious. I also have here the matte trans lipsticks, and this is how they look. This one is very creamy. It has a satin glowy finish. It doesn't move if I press my lips together. This one is a darker mauvish color. It stains a little bit the skin, so I recommend outlining the lips with a lip pencil before applying the lipstick. It contains a unique infusion of botanical collagen and passion fruit oil. It's very moisturizing on the lips, comfortable and lightweight. It's It's not transfer proof, also it doesn't claim to be. This one is not very long lasting, so it's better to apply a lip pencil as a base. You can find this lipstick in 6 colors and each one is $28. Come to the comments to talk about the products and I will see you in the next one.